Entertainment purposes only. But I'm sorry, you guys. I'm trying to fix this. Please bear with me until I get my new stand. Okay, that's really cute. Wow. I don't know why it's saying orientation is locked, but it's okay. Entertainment purposes only, you guys. Celeb reads. If you have not checked out those high vibrational videos, in every single video in the description box, what are you doing? This channel is only for people that want to elevate, okay, guys? So make sure you check out those high vibrational channels. And personal readings are in the description box, as well as Reiki healing sessions. And yeah, if you have donated to the Cash App or my Zelle, thank you, thank you, thank you. I really appreciate it. All of that info is in the description box. So let's get into the first one. I have seen multiple videos about Hailey Beiber literally being outed as a potential psychopath. And I've been doing readings on Justin. I told you guys, Hailey is single white female obsessed with a lot of different things and people, and like Hailey has a very weird view on the world, and I believe that's because Hailey grew up in the industry and she's really big on seeing how things can be energetically manipulated, since she did grow up in one of the most prominent families in Hollywood, the Baldwin brothers. They're absolutely huge. I grew up knowing who the Baldwin brothers were. And, you know, she was born into Hollywood. So Hailey has that like creepy factor about her, where a lot of people in Hollywood, they know a lot about witchcraft, and they know a lot about manipulation and manifestation and energy swapping and destiny stealing and a whole bunch of weird shit. Okay, so Hailey's definitely someone. She's very insecure, you guys. Like the first thing I get from Hailey is how insecure this girl is. Oh my gosh, this is one of those people that they sit on their phone and they worry about people are doing. They worry about what people are saying. Like she worries a lot about how people perceive her. But like I said, you know, I wouldn't expect less from somebody who was literally born into a huge Hollywood family. And now you're basically forced to live your life in the spotlight because you were born into a very prominent Hollywood family. And Hailey, Hailey. I'm calling her Hailey like she Halle Bailey, child. Hailey, okay, will definitely have to reap what she sows. I got the judgment card when I split the deck. Hailey, this is the kind of person who thinks they're better than everybody, so they feel like they have a right to do whatever they want. It's like, do you know who my dad is? Do you know who my grandpa is? Do you know who my auntie is? She's one of those people. And Hailey will have to. I keep calling her Hailey. Maybe I should do a reading on Halle Bailey soon. I don't know. But the judgment card, there's definitely a lot of spiritual work that Hailey has tapped into, whether she's paid someone or she's tried to do stuff herself. Yeah, 7 of Wands. Hailey's coming out as frustrated, extraordinarily frustrated. The judgment card again flipped out. Ooh, you guys. With the fight. Ooh, you guys. That's not good. Hailey Bieber, you've pissed off a lot of angels. Specifically, Justin Bieber's angels. With this judgment card coming out, Hailey has tried to control Bieber in ways that we would find to be absolutely downright disrespectful and disgusting. She has done so many things to try to control this man mentally, emotionally, sexually, but worst off financially. I mean, if there hasn't already been like info about financial issues, then there will be some info coming out about financial issues. And that's crazy because Hailey comes from a huge Hollywood family, and Justin Bieber is supposed to be worth around a good 300 million. So what are you talking about? How is there financial problems? Hailey Hailey will definitely have some explaining to do when it comes down to some finances and some spiritual stuff. Like, wow. Not just spiritual stuff, but the judgment that Holly has made upon others with her ego. There's something here about ego. Her ego is very big. It's crazy. How are you insecure but you got a big ego? That's how you that's why I said, is this girl a potential psychopath? You're super insecure but you have the hugest ego. Like you can call judgment upon people. She's gonna have her day not just in regular scrutiny, but also spiritual scrutiny. Cause she's done too much. She's done too much to Justin. She's done too much to. I don't know why I'm hearing followers. I tell you guys, be careful who you follow on social media, because a lot of people, they do rituals on their followers, okay, to keep you following them and to keep you like giving money to them or supporting them, whatever it is. There's a lot of weird. This is very creepy, but this is why all this evidence about Hailey is coming out now, because she is creepy. Is this girl a psychopath? We got the three of swords when I split the deck. Hailey's biggest fever is oh my gosh, why did I do that? Sorry y'all. We good though. I don't know why I did that. Stop. Why is it acting like this all of a sudden? It was just fine. Hold on. Okay. We're back. Three of swords on the back of the deck. Her biggest fear is heartbreak. She doesn't want to feel heartbreak. Hailey is only in the relationship with Justin Bieber because he broke her heart once, and she's so vindictive that she said, "Oh, you're gonna break my heart? I'm gonna break your wallet. I'm gonna break your mind." When Justin got into this relationship with Hailey, his health got worse, his finances got worse. This woman is siphoning energy from him in the worst way. It's very sad, you guys. But not just from Justin, she siphons energy from a lot of people with the Three of Swords. So this is a very insecure woman. Oof, my gosh, girl. I see why the Judgment card came out, because it's almost like Hailey has never loved herself. You know, you do things like trying to copycat somebody, or, you know, when you don't love yourself. That's what you do. You're not original. That's the problem with Three of Swords. Hailey knows she's not original. She knows she's always stalking some new girl's page to figure something out, find an outfit or some inspo. Like, there's something in her crown chakra, in her third eye, that's very, very broken. I don't know if growing up, like, Hailey's father used to say mean things to her. Was this the Baldwin daughter who got that bad voice? Okay, if you remember, like really remember the Baldwin brothers, like I do, there was a scandal where one of them had a voicemail that he left his daughter when she was only like 10 or 11 years old, and it was very bad. Like he was calling her a disgusting pig. He was calling her out of her. It was gross. You know, things a father and no one should ever say to anybody, especially a father to his young daughter. So I'm starting to wonder, was that Hailey that got that voicemail, or was it one of the other Baldwin kids? I know they have a bunch of like siblings and cousins and shit, but a part of me is I'm kind of thinking that might have been Hailey. But another issue is that she's been ritualized by Hollywood for a long time. And that's why Hailey's so broken. There's stuff that happened in her childhood to her, something with adults here that shouldn't have happened. With the Three of Swords as well. I will say Hailey and Justin definitely trauma bonded. Yeah, this is a strong trauma bond in between Hailey and Justin. That's interesting. I want to ask a few questions. I'm gonna pull a few more. I want to ask: does Hailey purposely copy Selena Gomez? It's probably gonna be a yes, but I just kind of want to ask for myself because the copycat energy came up anyways in Hailey's just own reading when I pulled a couple of her cards. So I didn't even have to pull the cards. I could feel the insecurity just sitting in her energy. It's not good. Yeah, Knight of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles. Hailey will spend money to look like another person. That is crazy. The Ace of Pentacles popped out and the Knight of Swords popped out. She's a very impulsive person. Not only does she copy people, y'all, but she runs to copy people. She skip, hop, jump, swim, get on the boat to go copy a person. That is sad. Queen of Swords, I told you guys, I don't know if Hailey's an air sign, but this girl deals with a lot of mental anguish. Like, she might even hear voices. Or it's something really bad with her mental health. And there's something about, she just had a baby, right? So what I'm getting, she needs to be careful about postpartum. But I feel like her karma will come in her postpartum. That's very sad. I think that's what that Three of Swords was talking about as well. I did feel that energy about her pregnancy or her baby or something like that, where she'll really do a terrible postpartum because she's manipulated a whole relationship. When you bring kids into this world, not only do you get back the energy you put out times 10, but so does your child. So I feel like she'll receive karma around that child as well because she definitely, my God, this is like force a relationship. Like, you can do magic and sex magic to get somebody in a relationship, but it's like she forced Justin into a relationship. I'm telling you, because he hurt her and she never let that shit go. Ever. And now she's in a karmic, super karmic relationship. Like, her and Justin's relationship is so karmic, it's not even a joke. Like, my gosh. And they also said she was online literally posting what Sabrina Carpenter would post one day after Sabrina Carpenter would post. So that's very creepy. I hope she gets the help she needs next. I need some water. Alright. Let's get through this. Apparently my phone is getting a little hot. Let's get through this though. Okay. Next. Cardi B and Offset's Dark, dark, dark soul tie. Dark, dark, dark soul tie. My gosh. And it's very sad that the murder and suicide are popping up around people that have children, because every time I hear about a murder and suicide situation, I automatically think about the kids that are left behind and sadly just left with nothing. um like it really really breaks my heart. But this is also the manifestation of black magic that Cardi has put on Offset. And she knows that. That's why Cardi B is so annoying, and I don't like doing readings on her anymore, because she'll come out and she'll say things like she doesn't know that she's the one that's manipulating and manifesting and paying for people to bring on these dark energies and these dark spirits that basically follow her and Offset. And sadly, it's gonna follow their kids. It will. And Cardi, let me not. The ancestors almost spoke through me for a second, and I almost cursed Cardi out. Sorry. Woo! I tell you, she makes me angry. Like, gosh. But I was feeling nosy, and I was just wondering about the soul tie in between her and Offset. Some new info has come out. It's very, 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 very disturbing. Am I shocked? No. Because I kind of knew this was going to take a very dark turn, because Cardi B is always talking about death, dying, accidents. Like, girl, don't you know words are power? And it's oh my gosh, she gets on my nerves. Let me hurry up and get through this reading. Just being in her energy gets on my nerves. Let alone listening to her music and watching her online. I couldn't. I can't. We've got appreciation. That's interesting. And anxiety. That's interesting. Appreciation and anxiety. That's why no matter how dark Offset and Cardi B's situation goes, I'm always gonna call a PR stunt. Always. Because with this appreciation card, Cardi knows what card she's pulling. She knows it. And with this anxiety card, this card always comes out for Cardi. Like, is there a moment where she's not anxious? This is like someone that needs 4 padded walls and meds every day. The energy in between her and Offset is always going back and forth. It's the energy in between them hasn't been stable since they met, you guys. Since they first started dating, first started being around each other, the energy has just never been good. Never. Like, neither of them, Cardi nor Offset, followed their intuition to get into this relationship. This was a very PR relationship. Even Cardi B spoke about it and said, oh, and she's so slow. Like, Cardi B was literally like, oh, my label said I need to get in a relationship. So me and Offset got in a relationship. She's literally said that before in an interview. That her label said, get into a relationship, Cardi. And she let herself get with Offset. Cardi had a lot of other offers, even from some Migos. I got into that in the last reading. Check it out. That last reading is juicy in between Quavo and Offset. Check it out. And there has just been so much ups and downs in between this two that at the end of the day, in magic, thank you, Goddess of the Moon, because I tell you guys, Cardi B pays a lot of covens in the Dominican Republic to do, I'm talking like $20,000, $50,000. Cardi B pays people for especially black magic. And that's why we always see Cardi spazzing out. Because those spirits are going to come. Everybody that's involved in that black magic, you're going to get haunted by all of those entities and spirits that you are calling upon. They're going to eat your ass up. And at the end of the day, what we're seeing is not only love spells backfiring, but manifestation of like dark energy manipulation. And man, When Cardi B has a real downfall, it's gonna be so dramatic, you guys. I'm talking music, money, whatever it is, social media. When she has that downfall, it's gonna be so bad. Cardi B's doing spell work right now to release good music or have a good album. And it's so funny because Bia did that song and she was like, "You'll go write a spell before you write a rap, Cardi." And she called her the fuck out. It's true. Cardi B will go write a spell before a rap. Look, these cards say it all. This is sad. I'm gonna pull one more and I'm gonna get the hell out of here. Cardi B is one of the creepiest people in the industry, period. Literally. Like, my gosh. I feel like Cardi is also trying to manifest new love options for herself. But how are you going to manifest new love options when you're online still screaming and yelling? I wouldn't. I wouldn't. If I was a man, I wouldn't even want to put in Cardi. Period. Let alone date you. Let alone hang out with you. No. You can't stop talking about your ex. Oh my gosh. The envy card fell out, but I'm gonna shuffle a little bit more. And we got hostilities. These two have been in physical fights. And I'm getting a lot of like either or one of them starting these fights. I feel like they've been in fights and other people have had to jump in and stop them from like really hurting each other or really being in. Cardi B and Offset have been in physical altercations multiple times. Since the beginning of their relationship, y'all, it's been turmoil. But Cardi B still needs a story, so she's gonna use it. Next. I'm almost done. I'm getting warm. Like really, really warm. Because people are pissing me off. All right, last but not least, there's been a lot of celebrities that's just been talking, and I think a lot of this MK Ultra mind programming is starting to wear off, honey. The veil is thinning, baby. You better be praying. I hope you're praying and listening to those high vibrational channels in the description box of every video. All right, so literally, I did a reading. I think it was the reading before last, and I spoke about a couple things, but I mentioned Ariana Grande doing an interview on the red carpet for Wicked, of course, and she literally said, they asked her a question. It was something about when her and Lady Gaga did "Rain on Me." Shout out to that song. And Ariana literally looked at the interviewer and said, "You know what? I had the mind erasure procedure at this facility. I don't really remember too much anymore, but I think you can ask so and so and they might remember." I was like, did this girl just say she had a mind erasure procedure? Like she went to go get a massage? Go get some food? Oh my gosh. And then now we got Sexy Red literally confirming that she's a CIA agent. Listen, for the longest time, they love to put the most low vibrational music, images, all that stuff. They love who's they, the powers that were. I don't call them the powers that be. That gives them too much authority. You don't have no authority over me. So they're the powers that were, meaning like the government, the FBI, the CIA. And since the moment Sexy Red popped out, I was like, yeah, she's her music's not good. So what is she giving? Low vibrational activity. And Manipulation is as easy as a song. Manipulation is as easy as seeing women scantily clad, seeing men with big gold chains and 20 foes and all that. You know what I'm saying? That's manipulation. And it has done a lot on different communities in the world, but especially the black community. I've always said this. I've said that the black community is consistently under attack. And if you are black, you better know God and you better know yourself and you better know your ancestors because it gets real out here because we have so much energy connected to us that we really need to be protecting ourselves. Everybody needs protection, but the way that they really dig into the black community all the time is absolutely asinine and it's obvious. If you know what I'm saying? Like people love to argue about this, but it's painfully obvious. Painfully obvious. So I don't even want to do this reading for real because it's just like it's kind of like the energy is annoying behind it because it's very sad to the ancestors that they're continuously trying to replace black royalty and black opulence for thongs, booty shorts, stripper heels, and fucking Cadillacs. Like it's sad. It's very, very, very sad. The devil card when I was shuffling popped out. This is the work of the devil. This is the work of people that, like I said, call themselves the powers that work. Is Sexy Red a CIA agent? Queen of Wands and the devil. Sexy Red has been passed around to a lot of men. I'm so sorry, I hate to say that, but the way that shit just it came so clearly to me, I had to say it. She's definitely been. I don't know why I'm seeing her and Suki Hana, but they've definitely been a part of some really deep sex rituals behind the scenes, like really, really deep. I can't even hide it. And Sexy Red is so reckless. She calls okay. The thing with Sexy is like she calls it being a free spirit, but in reality, you're reckless. And it's the Jezebel spirit and the spirit of promiscuity that really. Okay, wait, turn around, you guys. My phone overheated. Okay, my phone overheated. Let me hurry up and finish this Sexy Red reading. Okay. Sexy Red. It's crazy, you guys. Like, all I see is a bunch of Sexy Red's ancestors just shaking their head. Like, this is sad. This is sad, you guys. This is something that I pick up usually in a lot of um, reading, especially on young black people in the industry. Like, they're doing stuff that disgraces their ancestors. I don't even need to pull no cards. Like, I never need to pull cards. I pull cards because people like cards and the visuals and shit. I'm literally just a psychic. But like what I'm getting is that Sexy Red, her ancestors are so disappointed, and Sexy Red will have a day where her promiscuity and that Jezebel spirit that she's being paid to push, because let's keep it real, she's being paid to push it. There's a lot of women and men out here that are being paid to push very low vibrational agendas, especially on the young people. Okay, they target those 12, 13, 14, 15 year olds. That's who their main target is, sadly, right? That's why there's a lot of babies having babies and a lot of troubled children because there's a lot of troubled parents that were not ready to have a kid but were ready to be promiscuous. And that's why promiscuity is a very bad spirit, and the Jezebel spirit, it can creep up on you. The Jezebel spirit is one of the most dangerous spirits, I believe, that operates through a lot of people and operates through a lot of people's families. Okay, and you really got to be careful. You really got to be careful. You know, I know the music is funny in the club, you're drunk, you know, bow bow. I get it, I get it. But you really got to be careful, and you really got to stay prayed up, because I keep telling you guys, I did a reading on Sexy Red before, and I was shown while Sexy Red was performing, there was a ritual going on underneath the stage, and it was very demonic. Like, you guys, like, if you guys saw what I saw, it would, you would honestly understand why I speak the way I speak and why I am the way I am, because I've been shown so many things, and it's so much deeper than all of us can realize. And the attack on our spirits, our minds, our money, okay, is very, 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 very real. And yeah, I don't even need to pull cards on Sexy Red, because it's like I don't even need to do it. But I love you guys so much, and I'll see you later.